historically. Where does capitalism come from?
So I wanna answer that one, right? So first I'm gonna start with what is capitalism? And I'm gonna give you the definition, right? So the definition of capitalism by Google or card, an economic system where private individuals or businesses own the means of production and operate them for profit. Okay, so what is profit? The simple definition that I found for profit, based off of Googler, an amount of money that you gain when you pay more for something than it costs you, right? Okay, so what is capitalism? Capitalism is the distribution of goods and services by individuals and businesses, right? So they get to control the market and they get to set the prices. So these individuals are private individuals or businesses, which a business is a composure of individuals, right? So these things are set to be the controlling factor of distributing the resources. Why is the question, right? Why? So to understand where it came from, why was it needed, right? Nature is plentiful. Nature provided. Nature provides, right? Everything we use grew in nature before anybody started touching nature and say, oh, we need these resources or we need this or we could use this. Nature was already taking care of the resources, right? So someone decided that the way in which we were going to distribute resources is through private individuals and through business. Business operate with policies, right? And rules from the top down, right? And if you look at it, the businesses, they set the price of the market on both sides. The company you work for, it first decided what it was going to pay you, and it set the price of whatever it is that you're making. So it knows its employees' income, and it knows the export, right? It knows how much it's making off of the what's coming back in. Profit is literally you stealing, right? Profit is stealing because it is you getting something more from the person than what it was worth. So what was the whole purpose of capitalism? The point of capitalism is for these said individuals and groups and businesses to control the resources and to say who get paid what the resources they'll have access to. Not only that, right? Hospitals are a business. Every aspect of American life is business. Business allow you to take something from nothing. To take something from nothing. It's literally, I give you my work. I trade my work for this money, this paper thing that you give me basically sums to an IOU. So the businesses, the corporations give us IOUs. We take the IOU to the store and trade the IOU for the purchase of the merchandise that we created. So the businesses did nothing. All they did was manage everything. And you would go back to, why is this a needed thing? Because we all could have woke up and just went out into nature and got the shit we needed straight off a tree. We could go in the forest, take some falling down trees, build you some shit up in there and not have to cut down no trees and everything keep its home and its habitat. But no, it is about the control of the resources. Nature is plentiful. The sun, it provides to nature. Everything in nature benefit from the sun, except for a group of people and individuals who control capitalism, who run and control how the resources are distributed. Because if they were set out in nature to be able to gather their own resources, they're not as strong, they're not as innovative, like they can't come up with shit like others can, right? And so they're at a disadvantage. So what better way to be able to get themselves at an advantage than to create a system of business that they can control and operate for profit? And profit is simply you taking more than what you put in. That's what that is. So they set the prices, so they get to control what their counterparts payments look like. Like basically what grandma can work for the company, what her salary is gonna look like, what my golf buddy, what his salary is gonna look like. And then I'm gonna get someone who's gonna really do the work, and I'm gonna pay them shit, because that's gonna balance out. That is what capitalism is. Capitalism is a way to distribute the work while still being able to keep the resources, right? Because all businesses do is organize the extraction of whatever resource it is that they're using. They extract it from the earth. So they didn't pay for it. So therefore they have no cost for real. They'll say, oh, we had to do. You got no fucking cost. You got labor, and then you set the price of labor. So if you set labor at $20, you know that you got to make the labor and profit. So you're stealing. So it is a design and a way for the top to be able to steal from the bottom and do it in a way that the bottom don't get mad about it. That's what capitalism is. And the reason that it's a thing and it's set in place is because there are a group of people who need the resources, like in the sense of the work being resource too. So they need someone to do the work. So that's a resource. So that is what capitalism is about, because nature provides, nature is plentiful, there's enough for everybody. But someone wins when they set a price and they set a policy or a way in which we conduct business. And then you get to see them win because they got private islands and they got all that type of shit. So that's the purpose of capitalism. Or not the purpose, but where it came from. It came from those people with lighter skin, with weaker immune system, with weaker vessels, who needed to use stronger vessels to abstract the resources so that they wouldn't have to, so that they can live a longer life, so that they can take the organs and different bodily matter from the stronger beings and be able to keep themselves alive. That's where capitalism came from.